And hello everyone, a little bit of a cold, so bear with me, but I am the prediction champion. I am the get the right picture. There it is. The one Ricky Goldman. This right here is the reigning podcast. As you can see, my wide man is already here. My co-host is already here to get this done. So do get liked and subscribed. And like I said, load, bear with me. Grab yourself a drink as always. I'm just on the water tonight. And we'll get this first done because we're just at this number. We have actually surpassed it. So not only have we reached 350, but we are now on 355. So just 5 away from 360 subscribers. So a big thank you to all that liked and subscribed during my Wrestlemania and Stand and Deliver watch-alongs. But let's get through all of this as quick as we can. So we've got lots of wrestling to talk about. So let's go. So is it still or is it new prediction champion? And it is that is right. Brand new title away. And he hold on to it until next weekend, AEW Dynasty. I'll just put Stand and Deliver and Mania all together, so he's won it really from Stand and Deliver, but a win's a win and brand new champion. How are you feeling as a brand champion? Are you enjoying your victory?
Oh, it's me, is it?
Yes, you won the title. You took the title away from me. You've dethroned me until next weekend, until Dynasty. You probably know more.
Oh, you never know.
You probably know more about AEW than I do. I just do predictions just as based on results. I don't watch the show, but let's wait and see.
Will that get posted to me?
Let's get of business here, which of course. I'm not posting. I can't. I've not got any money to post anything to on. And then what if if you win it next weekend and I win it for Backlash, that just becomes mayhem. And then it's King and Queen of the Ring, and then it's
so we got a whole season.
And then
we'll talk about Clash. Look, we're going a bit too far. Like we have to get through April first.
Just gets manic going back and forth. You want to post it back and forth, and you can't just put that into an envelope. Anyway,
okay, we will.
First piece of business, of course, we'll quick like this. So first of all, do like and subscribe. But it's what's cooking to the table. So what we've been up to. I've been to the gym and made a few things at my craft thing this week and last week. So quickly show you last week's, which was 2 Wrestlemania posters. That's 1. And second one there. That was last week's. And then this week, so yesterday, the Rock boss post, a little picture there. And one final bit, and this is in marking off the 1,316 days of your travel, Chief Roman Reigns. It's a little poster done for him. And that's really all I've been up to. I know you've been to a hockey game. Do you want to tell the people about that?
It was in Belfast.
Who did you say was playing?
It was in Belfast.
Ireland and...
No, it was the Belfast Stella Line Giants versus the Sheffield Steelers, and they won 3-1 against the Steelers. It was brilliant. The atmosphere is very similar to WWE. Like you get a great reaction from the crowd.
Belfast.
There's music in the background. Yeah, it's in Belfast.
So Belfast versus Sheffield. I've been as close as I've been to ice hockey. I've been to a number of years ago. Went to watch New Japan Pro Wrestling. I think that might have been Sheffield. I'm not sure. Might have been Manchester. But it was in a nice arena, and you would think that it'd be cold, but it was bloody hot.
But like the ice is really hard on the ground. It melts.
Give me a second. You would think in a nice arena it'd be bloody cold, but it definitely wasn't. Just give me 1 second.
Sure, take your time.
So let's get on to the next thing. People do like and subscribe, all of that. So let's get to the next thing here, which is did that oh dear. Did that play?
You did. The movie talk one did play, yeah.
Okay then, so movie talk. What movie have I seen since last week? So No Escape on Netflix. I would recommend that. Owen Wilson is used to playing comedy characters, I think. But yeah, good film. Northern Comfort. That was okay. The new Godzilla vs. Kong, The New Empire. That's a good film. Yeah, I wouldn't have gone to the cinema to watch it, but a good film. And Wednesday's film this week was Imaginary. Very good film. So yeah, so that's the films I've seen. What films have you seen this week, or what films are on the list to go and see?
Well, I've seen no films at the moment because everything's been about WrestleMania. So, this week has been about WrestleMania, really. But I do have a list. I'm seeing Godzilla vs. Kong tomorrow with the other half. Then I want to see Civil War. I want to see Monkey Man. And April 19th is Rebel Moon 2, The Scargiver.
Civil War in America?
No. This is Civil War. This is kind of like the army has taken over America, and they're like journalists trying to see what's going on. It's gotten a good write-up. I want to see Monkey Man as well. I want to see Monkey Man with Dev Patel. It looks like Black Panther meets John Wick.
Monkey Man. Yeah, that does look good. Yeah.
Like it looks like Black Panther with a bit of John Wick thrown into it.
Yeah. And I should have done this at the beginning, but I apologize. It is 2 days late. Monkey Man does look good. So let's quickly get to the next thing here. So,
what's been going on in the week of wrestling?
Ricky Goldman. My voice review for the last show I went to last Friday is in the description. Check it out. Also, I did pick up this T-shirt. So another T-shirt added to my collection. So well on the 3. So Anthony Getske, a UK wrestler. So I went to BTW Empire. Good. The champion who we've interviewed on here retained. And speaking of interviews, we are hopefully got another one coming up, and that is Meatwagger J. There are many tag teams, so hopefully we're doing an interview with them maybe next week ahead of their one-on-one Ganzo. So hopefully that will be next week. But yeah, BTW, good enough show. And then on Saturday and Sunday, Mania Watch Party, did a quiz. And hopefully there's something next year, whether there will be or not with hopefully WWE sorted something out, because during Mania they did show Watch Party and something coming in just during Watch Party. And then we'll get to some wrestling talks. Let me play this first. And I meant to put this at the end, but so Pricing Tees, Goldman's, and all my socials you see on screen right now. So add me, follow me, like, subscribe, get me to 360 subscribers. So let's get to this next. It's going very slow today, unfortunately. Internet problems, but let's crack on.
A day for internet problems,
so
anyway.
Next is somewhere. Say that again.
I say it's a day for internet problems. I had a few myself at work. Anyway, let's get down to everything that's happened in the past week of wrestling.
Wrestling Roundup is next, and we'll quickly get through to Wrestlemania, Stand and Deliver. We'll quickly discuss the Hall of Fame very quickly, but first let's get through a bit of AEW. So last week's Dynamite. So let's quickly get through this. So Will Ospreay defeated Will Hobbs. So your thoughts on this quickly?
Will Ospreay has really been a very standout talent for the company now. Although, like, I didn't agree with a few little comments he had about in regards to Triple H, but that's a different story. But, like, it's kind of a different story there. It was unnecessary. That's all I'll say. But the match itself was pretty good. Like, I've been really enjoying him on
He's not much of a standout talent when he's not. He's not much of a sellout. So, anyway, Lance Archer, who's been a little bit lost in the shuffle, took up the L to Brian Danielson as he heads into a match with Wick next Saturday.
It was a Battle of the Giants. It's Sunday. It's Sunday. AEW pay-per-views are Sunday because they have Collision on Saturday.
Jay White took the loss to Daddy Ass. Okay.
Poor Jay White. He's kind of not a good spot among for AEW, I think. Maybe he should have said something he shouldn't have done.
The Young Bucks came out on top against the Best Friends.
I actually pretty much enjoyed this match now, particularly the end, because you see them, you think they're going to go for the hook, and then Trent turns heel, even in front of Chucky T's mum as well, and now he's going out on his own. Maybe he joins the Bucks at Okada, so he doesn't get lost in the shuffle.
Maybe, and ending another Dynamite with another women's match, coming out on top with victory, Thunder Rosa giving a loss to Mariah May.
Well, you're not discussing Adam Copeland's Rara speech or the contract signing between Swerve and Samoa Joe. Don't forget about that now. That happened also this week. You had Edge and Adam Copeland.
That's because I don't watch it. That's because I don't watch AEW. I'm sorry, because I don't watch it off results. I never watch. No, I hear about it. I'm purely just off results. So, your thoughts about Thunder Rosa winning?
I suppose she was going to get a rematch coming anyway against Storm, but I'm seeing Storm going to retain on this one, but it'll still be a good match. Just like I say, this will be one last opponent before, if possible, if Jamie Hayter comes back next week.
So, based off purely the results, I'm going to give it, as every week, a bronze. What's your rating for it?
I'm going to say silver. It loses points because of the Jay White Billy Gunn match. And Edge's speech because it was a bit cheesy.
And the other show that happens on a Wednesday, the WWE, 2 matches on. Looks like there'll be 2 matches on every single week, and that is WWE Speed. So you had Dragon take the L to Ricochet, and Bronson Reed put away Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to start watching that now. It does look
concept
good.
Rather than the results. I think it's a great concept.
Yeah, I'd like
a silver. What's your rating?
I'll say maybe a bronze now because I do want to see Ricochet versus Dragon Lee. That looks like a fun match. For 3 minutes only, I say they could still deliver.
I don't know how anyone can get over in a. I don't know how anyone can get over in a 5-minute match, but there you go. So on Rampage, and then we'll do SmackDown. So Rampage first. Malachi Black got the W against Christopher Daniels.
Walk in the park.
Oh no, this isn't. Oh dear. No, I'm going the wrong way. That wasn't Rampage, was it? Was it Rampage?
It was Rampage. It was Rampage, yeah.
It was, yes. Yes, it was, yes. So your thoughts on that?
I suppose that was to build up to his match with Adam Copeland the day after on Collision.
London Lightning. Some hero to the Roderick. This last week, you're bringing in these totally unknown people to get over their talent. Just doesn't work for me. Anyway, your thoughts?
London Lightning sounds like a superhero in the 60s. Yeah, it sounds like a superhero in the 60s, like you could run fast all around London. But yeah, it was obviously an easy win for Roderick Strong there.
In some women's action, you saw Serena Deeb take home the winner's share of the purse against Trish Adora. Okay.
She should be back on Dynamite or even Collision. Like, she doesn't need to be on Rampage. She doesn't need to be on the Purgatory show of Rampage.
And your main of Rampage in Fatal 4-Way Elimination Action featuring Daniel Garcia, Commander Brian Keith, and Andretti, and your winner, Daniel Garcia. Okay, cool. Your thoughts?
He needs to hopefully he gets back up the ladder now so he can challenge for a TNT title because he actually is quite talented. Although his contract's set to expire in August, so could he leave? We'll just have to wait. Leave and go to NXT.
So again, rating, I'll say a bronze. Quickly, your rating for it before we do SmackDown.
I'll say bronze.
Okay. So SmackDown, of course, it was WrestleMania SmackDown. It kicked off with KO. His guest, the Viper, Randy Orton, who had Logan Paul on the Tron. And then a bit ahead here, Orton and Owens went to the and took out Logan Paul. Yeah, cool. That just hyped up their match for WrestleMania. What did you think about that?
It was good. Like, it was good. Like, it was what came after that followed when they were going back for Logan Paul, and then Austin and Grayson Waller couldn't find him, and you think they're going to get taken out of a tag team title match, but instead KO and Orton jumped Logan Paul.
The match that should, in my opinion, be on the kickoff show for WrestleMania, because it's at least it's a Mania win. The Andre Giant that nobody cares, do nothing with. All and being the last man standing in this was Bronson Reed. Cool.
Yeah, it was the right man to win because Reed not only missed WrestleMania, he missed Eliminator Chamber in his hometown of Australia because his wife had given birth. So he needed this anyway. So hopefully it's the start of something because he got into the main event on this week's Raw as well. So hopefully now this is all a start for something. Okay, yeah, the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal doesn't benefit anyone. When it comes down to it, the ones who have gained the most success have been Braun Strowman, Bobby Lashley, Jey Uso, and Baron Corbin. They're ones who won it. And well, Big Show's already had his success as well from winning it.
Yeah, Big Show didn't really need it.
No, probably not.
Given the I personally, it means nothing in terms of nothing. I would give you all lost a win. Anyway, on to a bit of women's action here. It's a totally fair loss. Anyway, with a win. Cool.
Yeah, she was the right person to go that. My favorite part of that whole match was the surprise that came with it because you saw when they were coming in, Andrade had come out with Santos and Dominic Mysterio, and you figure, oh, he's going to align with them because Dragon Lee had been taken out. Carlito was the last resort. So, but then you find out Andrade was working as a spy for Rey Mysterio, and he teams up with Rey and saves her Zelina. And then when you watch the hug between him and Zelina Vega, you must be thinking Malachi Black and Charlotte Flair are watching.
I just thought when I thought, well, we'll get into this later a little bit now. I thought it was a big, massive inside thing, and you're going to get a heel turn from Carlito and Andrade happen, but we'll get into that later here. Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill came out. The promo basically just hyped up the match for Mania. What was your thoughts on the promo?
Yeah, I think they all they bond well together in that ring. Like I was watching them in the press conference after WrestleMania. There is some bond between the three of them. They make a good faction.
Definitely. New Catch Republic. It's that way, isn't it? Mustache Mountains that way.
Yeah. Well, it's already Mustache Mountains. His son doesn't have a beard.
Also building momentum heading into WrestleMania.
Yeah, it was a good match now. Like, they were one of my favorites going into it. But it was a good match. At the time, they were one of my favorites going in, but we all know the outcome on that one there, but the right team had won. The right team won in my book.
LA Knight came out, grabbed the microphone. LA Knight came out, grabbed the microphone. He just types up his match. Okay.
Oh, I remember that, yeah. No better talker out there. One of the better talkers.
Your thought?
No, one of the better talkers was, of course, LA Knight.
Not really. Not really. He doesn't get me hyped for a match. He does nothing. Anyway, the Soldier Sequoia Uso the DQ win, and then Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins came out to make the save. Yeah, okay. This was just basically a really filler SmackDown, obviously, just to build to Mania.
Yeah, well, you needed Jey Uso not to be pinned the day before WrestleMania because you need him going into Mania to be strong. But we'll talk about that match later.
So bronze plus. So your rating?
I'll say silver. Silver for the tag match and the winner of the Andre Giant Memorial Battle Royal.
Very quickly. Very quick. So Dante Chen with a much-needed win against Drake Moreau. Tatum Paxley, who we'll get to much later on here, speaking about NXT, but Tatum Paxley with a W against Brinley Reese. And in tag team action, Javon Evans, along with Tyson DuPont and Tariq Igwe, picking up a loss. So Javon Evans took a loss to OTM.
I haven't watched NXT Level Up.
Silver, I'll say. He said
I haven't watched NXT Level Up yet.
Quick Hall of Fame. I enjoyed the Paul Heyman stuff. Every week. The Hall of Fame. Paul Heyman stuff I enjoyed. Of course, your Tribal Chief inducted. What was your thoughts on the Paul Heyman stuff?
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. I loved that he had all the freedom in the world to say what he wants and even swear. I absolutely loved it. Fair play. He had the speech of the night. He should have headlined the whole thing.
I forgot the order here. Well, he was the headliner, but okay, we have The Rock on. Paul Heyman's not going to go above The Rock, is he?
Yeah, because most of The Rock was in there to continue.
Was it the US Express?
Bull Nakano was next. Bull Nakano was next.
Okay, Bull Nakano was okay. She didn't really say much. They do have a auto to whatever they call them in America, auto cue. She goes, Alundra Blaze stopped mid through a sentence. So, Bull Nakano was okay. Thoughts, Claire?
Third on the list then went to Muhammad Ali.
Of course, that was all about The Rock, mainly.
Yeah. Should he put that title on The
Rock? Yeah, well deserved. Yeah.
He should put the belt on the line and someone should win it. Like put on the line in a tournament.
Then, of course, it's not really a title, is it? It's just like this. It's like the Smoking Skull title that never. It was just it's just a gimmick title. It's a gimmick. US Express. Yeah. Cool. They were all together.
Yeah, but you saw that Mike Rotunda, he was not in the best headspace because he is still grieving for the loss of Wyndham. He's still grieving for the loss of Bray Wyatt. And I could hear him in the background as well.
Thunderbolt Patterson was going on about God.
Well,
Thunderbolt Patterson went on about God, said 2 minutes about wrestling, the rest of us, praise the Lord, the Lord. The Lord. I don't want to care about the Lord. I'm listening to wrestling, and he mentioned 2 minutes of it.
He was also talking about the treatment of black people because he was someone that grew up during like the time when blacks were treated as nothing else but slaves or second-class citizens. So he was like he'd seen a lot of that stuff in his lifetime.
And of course, ending with
praise the Lord.
Of course, he ended with. He ended with Liam Ayavia, of course, The Rock.
She did not need. She did not.
And the fans just didn't know what to chant. 1 minute they were booing him, they were cheering him, they were booing him. Based off what I've seen on Young Rock, I think she deserves it, but
no, she does. She does deserve it. She was the first female pro wrestler, but I think Heyman should have been the one that headlined. He should have gone on last.
You don't now put Heyman over The Rock. So,
but in the hometown of Philadelphia, the home of ASPW, on this occasion you make an exception.
Quickly, we'll get to The Rock's much bigger star than Heyman, much bigger star. And also, one, he's a bigger star, and two, I suppose it's who does he think he's going on last over him, and maybe it was that as well. I don't know. But let's go through Collision first, and then Stand and Deliver.
They're also using it to influence the story in the two main events. They're also doing it to influence more the story in the two main events.
So FTR went over Top Flight.
Walk in the park. Apparently, Top Flight were actually last week. No, you knew FTR were going into that one. And now it's going to be Young Bucks versus FTR again.
Encore More lost to Pac. I don't know who Encore More is, but there you go.
And then Pac got attacked by the Bucks and Okada.
Hulk and Chris went on to beat Shane Taylor and Lee Moriarty.
Not a good day. Not a good day for Lee Moriarty or Shane Taylor. That was, of course, won by Y2 Hook and Jericho. And then Anthony Ogogo helped as well then. And then Anthony Ogogo attacked them.
House of Black saw themselves with a triple threat match against six-man tag team action against Christopher Daniels, Brian Keith, and Matt Sydal.
A walk in the park for House of Black, and then this leads to to Adam Copeland coming out and his squad that concludes of Eddie Kingston and Mark Briscoe.
Sazak, what's his name?
Zach Knight. Zach Knight. That's Saraya Knight.
AKI.
Zach Knight. That's Saraya's brother.
It's not Zach. How is it in Zach Knight when Zach Knight when it's a woman?
Oh, I'm sorry, technical difficulty. Sorry.
Was Zach Knight?
My bad.
Is Zach Knight a woman? Is Zach Knight a woman? No. Is he? No, he's not.
No, it's not. No, sorry. Technical difficulty.
So Yuka Sasaki Zeke. Yuka Sasaki defeated Trish.
Oh, right. Japanese wrestler. Sorry, technical difficulty.
Exactly. The Butcher, who continues to lose, lost to Claudio Castagnoli. Cool.
No better man. Apparently, Claudio's facing Ospreay very soon. He's facing Ospreay the night before the Danielson match.
And Commander continues to lose. He's the resident jobber because he jobbed out to Penta.
To get warmed up for Penta to get warmed up to face Copeland on Dynamite. Sure, should we get into WrestleMania?
All of that just sounds garbage to me. Again, I'll say a bronze. So you're rating for Collision?
I'll say bronze because I haven't seen it, and plus it was on the week of WrestleMania. Plus they pre-taped it as well.
So Shawn Spears unfortunately lost to Joe Gacy. I was shocked here. This was a good match. Joe Gacy is killing in NXT, but I was shocked that Shawn took the L.
I like his new character, but also besides winning, Shawn is also there to put over new talents as well. But he'll get a win. He will still get wins, but I don't know whether he'll be. I'm sure he'll be champion as well.
We kicked off the main card with NXT Tag Team title match. You saw Bron Breakker and Homecoming retain against Nathan Fraser and Axiom. Good match here.
Yeah.
Complaints when I've got no complaints about a match at all. When I'm saying to myself, well, there's nothing that would change. Won't do anything better or improve things. That's a really good match. So your thoughts about that?
I thought this was a very fun match between Axiom and Nathan Fraser against the Wolf Dogs. But the Wolf Dogs were too powerful, but the match on SmackDown was much better, I think.
On NXT.
Yeah. Yes, that's the one that happened this Tuesday. I thought that was a brilliant match.
Give me 1 second. I forgot the match order. Was it women's match next? Was it the 6 women's?
Yeah, it was the women.
I think.
No, it was the triple threat for the North American title was next.
Yeah, that was a very good match. So yeah,
Obafemi
retained against Dijak and Josh Briggs. Josh Briggs got pinned, as I said he would. Yeah, really a good match. Obafemi, just definitely the future. Yeah, your thoughts?
Yeah, Obafemi is definitely going to be one to watch. He is a beast of a man. He's like an African version of Brock Lesnar, I think.
And then it was the women's action, 6 women's tag team action that you saw. Kiana James, Izzy Dame, and JT James fall prey to Fallon Henley, Thea Hale, and Kalani Jordan. This match could have easily been on a random NXT, but yeah, a nice, decent match here.
But we saw what happened. We saw what happened to NXT with Thea Hale and Chase U as well after a revelation had been revealed by Jacy Jayne. So it wouldn't have happened either way.
Your thoughts on the match?
I thought it was good. It's basically just Thea Hale trying to get through everybody to get to Jacy Jayne, but now Jacy has kind of set up a little roadblock because she planted more seeds of distrust between her and Chase U. She's planted more seeds of distrust.
Rez is your 2-time. I'll say it again. Your 2-time. I'll say it again. 2-time NXT Women's Champion, tapping out and defeating and beating Lyra Valkyria. Certainly a shocker here. I thought Lyra retaining. Maybe she's up to the main roster during the draft in a couple of weeks. But yeah, good match here.
I don't think she'll be drafted this week because after what we saw on NXT on Tuesday.
We could finish that next week on spring breaking or whenever spring breaking is. But your thoughts on this match?
Spring break is the 26th of April. Yeah, I thought it was a good match. Like, it's the strongest of the 2 women's matches now. I've been a fan of Roxanne's change since she did it last year. It's basically kind of like showing that a girl can become a woman, and she's become a more aggressive woman when it comes to her wrestling now. So I was glad she won. I don't see Lyra Valkyria being called up to the main roster just yet. I'd say after what we saw on NXT on Tuesday, there's payback coming.
Which they could easily finish on the 26th. It wasn't until the 28th, so she could easily be drafted. Up next, NXT Men's Championship on the line. Tony D'Angelo tried to take it away from Ilya Dragunov, but was unsuccessful as the title was Stand and Deliver 2024. Your reigning, defending NXT champion. Good match on again, a random NXT.
Banging match. It definitely set up Tony D'Angelo to be a top star with NXT now, particularly holding a championship. But no, Dragunov was always going to be the winner in that one.
And to finish off and close out NXT Stand and Deliver 2024, your main event, of course, was Trick Williams taking on Carmelo Hayes. I think this could have been a whole lot better than it was. It was good, but yeah, of course, Trick Williams coming out on top.
I thought they had a good match. It was the right card to main event the show. People say the championship match, but that needs to make the show. And next week they're doing it one more time because they're going to be doing it in a steel cage. Because I could see Carmelo Hayes getting
rating for Stand and Deliver, I'm going to say a gold. I thought it was really good. What's your rating?
Yeah, I'll say gold. It was a good show. Metaphor were a great host now, I have to say. They brought the fun to it as well.
Of course, yes, we forgot Metaphor, unfortunately. Yeah, I agree. They were fun.
Julia appeared as well with William Regal.
Yeah, she was in the crowd, so yeah, she'll be on NXT pretty soon, I would imagine. Maybe spring breaking, maybe the next pay-per-view, whenever it is. Who knows?
Spring break is the 26th. The next NXT pay-per-view. The next NXT pay-per-view is not. The next NXT pay-per-view is not till 2 weeks after King and Queen of the Ring.
Okay, so I do know before time for the thing here, so let me play this.
To never miss a second, never miss an upload, never miss anything I do, and never miss when I go live doing watch parties and my brand new podcast live Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. The Reigning Rock Podcast. Add me on Facebook, Ricky J. Pete. Whilst there, search on Facebook WWA World Wrestling Alliance. Follow me on X at Ricky Goldmans. Head over to Pro Wrestling Tees and search Goldmans1 and head over to my YouTube channel. Search, like and subscribe to the People's Wrestling Channel. That once again, the People's Wrestling Channel.
So there it is. All my socials in video form, in picture form. Do as the picture says, like, subscribe, get me to 360 with just 5 away. So of course, Wrestlemania kicking off with Coco Jones singing The Beautiful. I have no idea who that is, but what I think is cool is that WWE will get you knowing these people. Well, I don't know who she is. I'm not going to listen to her music after won't be listening to her music, but it gets you knowing who these people are, I suppose. Do you know who Coco Jones is?
No, I'm not too familiar with her now. But the good thing, there was another thing, like one positive about WrestleMania is that they brought back the national anthem. Because apparently Triple H brought back in that role because Vince McMahon hated the national anthem being sung at WrestleMania.
They've had it every year. They've had the national anthem every year.
He hated America. He hated one of the songs, actually. I read somewhere that he hated one of the songs.
That is just so ridiculous. Speaking of Triple H, he obviously kicked off WrestleMania, so saying welcome to WrestleMania. Always cool to see Triple H.
Oh, he was on fire. He was on fire.
But the first match here was, of course, Becky Lynch challenging Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. The book they had on, the fans at home could see it, but the fans there couldn't. So I just thought that was a little bit stupid. Like, the fans they'll just heard a voice in the stadium. They won't really know what it was.
You could have seen it on the screen on the Titantron.
It wasn't. I don't think it was on the screen. But match, you had a good entrance by Rhea Ripley. I'll said this before, I'll say it again. This could have easily been on any other pay-per-view. If this was at SummerSlam or in Saudi, you wouldn't have thought, no, it's got to be on WrestleMania. No, it was good. But you had Rhea Ripley retaining a year as champion and next month, 2 years unpinned.
So I'm loving Rhea Ripley. Like, she is definitely a star in that women's division. She is the star. Like, I love Becky as well, but like Becky is now on a break to promote her new book, and then her contract is running up, but we're confident she'll re-sign anyway, so that's all I'll say. She won't be going anywhere else.
Rhea started in WWE, but on to the next one. 6-pack ladder match. So you had awesome A-Town Down, Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, Awesome Truth, and Miz and Truth, Judgment Days, Finn Balor and Damian Priest, DIYs, Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa, The New Days, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, and New Catch Republic's Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Ladder match, tag team titles separated. Very chaotic as every ladder match is. This was a good one. I got the prediction wrong. But brand new tag team champions. SmackDown, we'll do the SmackDown tag team champions first. Grayson Waller and Austin Theory.
I was going with them 100%. I'm kind of still wondering, will they form a faction with Logan Paul?
We'll have to wait and see. And then R-Truth, as funny as always, wanting a tag. He actually pinned somebody in a ladder match. But he finally got his WrestleMania. Moment, and Awesome Truth to a brand new Raw Tag Team Champions.
He is a national treasure, R-Truth. He actually had a good moment as well because his cousin was in hospital for a stroke, his older cousin, and he went down to see him to hold the belt to say how proud he was of him. So that's something to make R-Truth proud. So hopefully his cousin pulls through.
Going into match number 3 here, that I thought a turn was coming, but we'll cover that. So the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio and his tag team partner Andrade battling Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. Again, this could have been on a random SmackDown. You wouldn't have looked, if this had been on the SmackDown before Mania, you wouldn't have thought, no, this is WrestleMania all over it. Cool that Andrade was on the winning team. I thought a heel turn was definitely coming. Carlito, Andrade, I just thought it was one big inside thing, and this was all to screw Rey Mysterio over. Cool. What's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, it was a fun match. I didn't get the ending of it now. Like, I didn't like those two players coming out to help Mysterio and Andrade, because I was hoping for Dom to get his redemption moment, to get a win for the Judgment Day, but
yeah, just like who were they? Like, I don't watch American football tonight. I know Tom Brady. That's about it.
I'd say Carlito's heel turn will happen on SmackDown, because I could see 6-man tag in Paris: Rey Mysterio, Andrade, and Dragon Lee versus Carlito, Santos, and Dom.
Maybe. Going into the next one, that all long it really was. And if this was at a SummerSlam, you wouldn't think, no, this is WrestleMania to me. Brother versus brother, the Bloodlines, Jimmy Uso taking on main event Jey Uso. This was
very
bad,
disappointing,
unfortunately. But coming out with the W, I got this prediction wrong. And Jey Uso coming out as your winner.
I hope that kind of wraps it up now, because the match was pretty disappointing for a brother versus brother. Like, I was expecting more, and not even still no Rikishi. Still no Rikishi, unfortunately.
Could be a whole lot better than it was, really. I know Triple H said on the press conference night 1 was building up night 2. Also, the weather was pretty bad in Philadelphia. But it should all be good now.
But at least they didn't have to wear ponchos.
What someone said at the watch party, you don't want a match big, because then your main event is just, it's just another big match. Great. But again, the argument should Mania to be what I understand why it's 2 nights, it's money, easy to watch, you can have storylines, but then this is what you get. Like, it's so far not good. Anyway, Jade Cargill getting the winning pinfall with her team, Bianca Belair and Naomi, against the team of Damage Control. Yeah, okay match. But again, if this was SummerSlam, you won't think twice.
You need Jade Cargill to win that one, and she did. I'd like to see them more as a group now, with one of them going after the women's tag titles and the other going for one of the women's. Apparently, there's going to be another secondary belt introduced to the main roster for the women's division.
Fair enough. Up next, Sami Zayn is your brand new Intercontinental champion. He did it. He was the one. I would have personally had to gone to hold the title until Germany. That's another 4 months, and then he's becoming a reigns of who actually beats him.
I love this match.
Yeah, good match. But again, if this was on Raw, you wouldn't think twice. You wouldn't think, oh, this is WrestleMania to me. So far, 6 matches in, and it's like, it's not the same WrestleMania to me at all. Neither of these are stars.
But this is the thing, like now with Sami Zayn and WrestleMania, Like, he's had the 2 longest reigns in back-to-back WrestleManias. So can he make it 3 for 3 if he goes for the main title?
Who knows? But you know, WWE are treating Sami Zayn very well. But
I think he'd win the Royal Rumble
for the main title. Gunther's going to go for the main title. Cool. Good, but again, if this was on Raw, I wouldn't think, no, this says WrestleMania to me at all. But before we get into the main event, your thoughts on this one?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it from start to finish. Sami Zayn was just basically a Rocky underdog versus Apollo Crews as Gunther. And even Dragunov as well. But he survived all the chops and he just won. He's as tough as nails. I'm hoping, like, Sami's already broken 2 streaks. He's now broken the reign as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion, and he played a part in breaking apart the longest reigning tag team champions. All he has to do now is go for the trifecta and go after the championship. Also, Sami is the 14th man to win the Intercontinental title at WrestleMania.
But still, so far, 6 matches in, nothing to me said WrestleMania at all.
Oh, but that's
the only match that did. Let's get into the main event of the final boss, who looked like a bloody final boss, who his entrance makes everybody else look just so second best. Everybody wins, Cody's, the lot. This looks so second best compared to The Rock. Which is a good thing or a bad thing, I don't know. But The Rock and your tribal chief Roman Reigns in a 45-minute match against Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins. And then come in, lay the SmackDown, rock bomb, elbow, see you tomorrow. But 45 minutes, you got Reigns getting through The Rock, getting speared, a rock bottom on the announce table, pedigree, stomp, a fight through the crowd. You got the lot. You got the whole lot. You got the sharpshooter, rock bomb, elbow. Yeah, really good match.
Oh, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. It was just storytelling at its finest. And then you also planted the seeds for Reigns versus Rock, with Reigns sparing The Rock during the match as well. During the match. That was a good moment there. But no, it was the right call to win. And then just to look on Cody's face again. You have to look.
But The Rock, Cody Rhodes looks second best. At each and every opportunity The Rock can get to make Cody like nothing, he does. It's like, why? Okay, he's The Rock, the biggest movie star in the world, but he's not going to be around forever. Cody is. So Cody's the future just makes no sense. But The Rock, but he's like, Cody. Well, anybody compared to The Rock looks weak, but Cody looks so weak. Anyway, I had to check who sang 92, and the Warren Treaty sang "God Bless America." Well, they seem to be doing very well in WWE. They've sang quite a few songs, haven't they? I think.
Yeah, they have.
They sang one, obviously, with The Rock on SmackDown. They sang, like I said, a few songs in WWE. I think they were on Tribute to the Troops, if I'm not mistaken.
I think they were, yeah.
But let's get into night number 2. So, we off with the Men's World Heavyweight Championship. Drew McIntyre battling, wrestling, and challenging Seth freaking Rollins. The entrances certainly made it feel big time. The match itself, not so much. CM Punk adding, cool, he was on commentary, but what did he really add to the match? Nothing.
Drew was literally backing Seth all around.
And Drew McIntyre did it. Your brand new world heavyweight champion. Well.
And then what happened after?
For then, your thoughts on that?
I thought it was a fun match. I thought Drew looked really dominant and strong.
And then seeing...
Yeah, go on. And then CM Punk, yeah, he screwed him over. That kind of really started to build towards him.
CM Punk destroying Drew, and then out comes Priest, clocks Drew, he's cashing in, choke slam, pins Drew. Your brand new world champion is Damien. That does look like a star, but it isn't treated as one because he cashed in on a, and then on Raw was straight into a comedy segment. That's the purpose of work. That's the purpose of the Money in the Bank. You cash in whether a man is weak or not. Most people prefer to do the weak ones. But then on Raw was straight into a comedy with our truth and just like, this is the work. Okay. And he's probably losing Scotland to Drew. He's taking over 2 months title reign, and that'll be it. Well, at least he may get multiple in the future. Who knows? But he's still a title win's a title win either way. There. A title win is a title win. Oh, there we go. That's better. Into match number 3 here. Into match number 3 here in a Philadelphia street fight match with Bubba Ray Dudley as your special guest referee. Cool to see him. The Pride, so Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits went over and knocked off, in my estimation, the team that needed the win. Final Testaments, Karrion Kross, and AOP. If this was on a random SmackDown, you won't look twice. But yeah, good match. I would have had the Final Testaments take the win here. A lot of people didn't like it. A few people I know didn't like it. Yeah, good match. Like, I thought like this would have been a match you could have gotten help to get Karrion Kross over with AOP. But now they could be going back to NXT. LA Knight got a WrestleMania, but nothing before, nothing during, nothing afterwards. AJ Styles, a WrestleMania match. If this happened on a random SmackDown, you wouldn't think, oh, WrestleMania at all. Neither are stars, neither are known outside WWE, but LA Knight got a Mania win, and he had defeated his opponent, AJ Styles. And now they could be again in a few weeks because of, well, I'll explain later when we're talking about SmackDown. We're talking about SmackDown later on for this week. Your thoughts on Styles' new theme? Very generic, but your thoughts on it? I'll miss his old team now. Like, this is obviously his heel team, but I'll miss the old one. Hopefully it comes back at a later stage if he's still around. Very, very generic. In triple threat action for the United States Heavyweight Championship, to Chandler Norton and your champ match here. Very chaotic. I'm going to have to watch most of this back. I'm currently watching WrestleMania back before I came on here, and I'm up to the ladder match. Well, we'll watch the rest of it back. But very chaotic match. Good match. As I predicted, Kevin Owens got pinned by Logan Paul. Going to get Logan Paul, Randy Orton in Saudi as Logan Paul retained. Yeah, I could see that. I could definitely see that. But then, does he get help from one of his streamer friends, or do Terry and Waller help? Oh, in Saudi, probably maybe Theory and Waller. Yeah. But I show speed. I don't know. I've never heard of him. He helped. He's probably a social media. I've heard of KSI, but the rest, you know. I know KSI. Io Bailey, again, very much a SmackDown match, or at best a Backlash match. But still a fun match. This was good. I do like entrance, and she she defeated Io Sky to become your brand new WWE Women's Champion.
And had her first singles win at WrestleMania, would you believe? That was her first singles win at WrestleMania. Because her first win was a Fatal 4-Way, and then she was mostly in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal and tag match. Yeah. She had a new team about that. Yeah, that was supposed to be from Paramore. Yeah, she had a new team as well.
Do you like a new theme?
Yeah, it's all right. Like it's all right. I need to listen to it a few more times to get really into it. It's like with any song, like you have to listen to it a couple of times so that you really get into it.
I doubt that's going to happen with AJ Styles. It was very, very generic, but let's wait and see. I thought Reigns' theme at first was odd, and then I think it's one of the greatest themes there is. So,
you see, that's the thing about me.
Speaking of our tribal chief, 1,316 days. So in a 33-minute match, Jesus Christ. Hey, so Black Rules to our John Cena, who looks very, very old compared to the Rock. Like, it was so small. His bald spot's getting worse. So the Shield, so and then you had Seth Rollins as the Shield gear. Reigns stuck him out with a chair, and the Undertaker was that meant to be? I think it was meant to be Stone Cold. He took out The Rock with a choke slam, and then Cody Rhodes.
It was meant to be Stone Cold, but they couldn't work out a deal.
Apparently, his wife was ill, and that's why but interference, Cody Rhodes able to get to it changes absolutely nothing. But yeah, Cody Rhodes did it.
Incredible match. It was pure cinema. This was the Avengers Assemble, the Avengers Endgame of WrestleMania matches, because you had Jay come out, Jimmy come out, and Jay come out. You had Solo, you had Cena, you had Rock, you had Taker, you had Austin. No, you didn't have Austin, but you had Seth Rollins being the Shield, because Seth Rollins knew his weakness, especially as this year is the 10-year anniversary of when Seth Rollins betrayed the Shield. So now there's rumors going on. We're getting Seth and Roman at SummerSlam. So yeah, it was an absolute amazing card, amazing weekend of wrestling.
It wasn't an amazing card. You take out The Rock. It was a 2-match, 3-match card. You take out Rock. You take out Logan. It was a very underwhelming WrestleMania. The rest does not say WrestleMania to me at all. Could have easily be on another pay-per-view elsewhere later on in the year. Probably going to be. Most of these matches are probably going to happen again.
Possibly could be seen him at SummerSlam.
It did not feel like the biggest mania of all time. I didn't feel on that Sunday, I didn't think, I've just seen a fantastically great show. I just thought, yeah, it was all right. But for the entire, I'll say, because of The Rock, I'll say gold plus. What's your rating?
I'm saying gold, like just for the whole design of the set, the music, the crowd, the spectacle. WrestleMania just it was brilliant. It was a good weekend.
The set was awful. The set was absolutely awful. Again, and people aren't there to look at a WrestleMania stage. They're going to go, all right, we've seen the stage, let's go home. They're there to watch wrestling, so it doesn't matter what the stage looks like. Not really, but it was very, very underwhelming for the biggest mania ever. It certainly didn't beat last year's was the greatest stage they've had. So for the stage was but I'm gonna give me just 1 second, like 5 seconds.
Well, he goes out. You go. Well, he goes out. We better play some fine commercials here for you all if you'd like to see some of the fine commercials we have on this. You shouldn't have to listen to this. Anyway, so let's hear some of this.
To never miss a second, never miss an upload, never miss anything I do, and never miss when I go live doing watch parties and my brand new podcast live Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. The Reigning Rock Podcast. Add me on Facebook, Ricky J. Pete. Whilst there, search on Facebook WWE World Wrestling Alliance. Follow me on X at Ricky Goldmans. Head over to Pro Wrestling Tees and search Goldmans1 and head over to my YouTube channel. Search, like, and subscribe to the People's Wrestling Channel. That once again, the People's Wrestling Channel.
That is right, all my socials right there. You got to see that again. So let's go into Raw. First hour, commercial free. Cool.
Yes,
the Raw after Mania. You had Triple H come out. And out came Cody Rhodes. And what did Cody Rhodes do that I said he was most definitely going to do?
Shed a tear.
Do exactly the same promo. Putting the title on him is going to change absolutely nothing. His matches aren't going to suddenly improve. His promos aren't going to improve. He's going to do the crappy promo that he did on Raw. He's going to do the same old crappy promo tonight on SmackDown. Let the time out. Boring. So nothing improved. There's nothing changed. Him winning the title means absolutely nothing. And he's crying for winning what? Wrestling isn't real. He hasn't.
Was wrestling with you and Rome was champion?
He's not. The title doesn't exist. Well, it exists, but he's not the WWE champion because it's not real. So he's crying over what? Something scripted. Then, of course, out came the final boss, outshining everybody just like he does, The Rock. The Rock wants Cody Rhodes. Apparently, this is going to happen at Mania 41. Ugh, so Cody Rhodes be champion for a year? God, no. This is going to happen in Saudi. The Rock beats Cody. You're getting Rock Reigns next year for the title. You want to make the biggest match of all time even bigger? You do it for the title. Reigns becomes champion again. Probably one of a 3.5-year reign again. But yeah, this is going to happen at Saudi. Do not do it at next year's Mania. It's not big enough for Mania. Obviously, The Rock's in it, but Cody, nothing about Cody says it's still. You can have him come out and beat every single person ever, and he's still not, and still will never.
I could see them.
What's your thoughts? Do you think it should happen at Mania or Saudi?
I think it should happen probably at Saudi. I don't think they should wait too long, but it depends on Rock's film schedule, unfortunately. That's still an issue there, but let's see how Rock's film schedule goes. Or else his work on the board.
And they had a on Raw, and it was Ilya Dragunov WWE Monday Night Raw debut, and he knocked off Shinsuke Nakamura, that seems to be getting losses as of late, unfortunately. But a great debut for Ilya. So your thoughts on?
Well, someone has to take loss, unfortunately. Unfortunately, that situation, Nakamura is in it. Despite that, I still want him to be a champion at some point. Yeah, I liked Jacob Fatu there. Like, I'm glad it wasn't against Nuso or Solo, because that would have been just same brother versus brother. Like, he had to do a match after Michael. I don't know the match that came up after it on. Oh no, I must be thinking of something else. But no, I'm thinking of somewhere else. Sorry. No, I was happy for him now. Like, if he gets called to the main roster, if he drops the title, he should get a Gunther like push, because that's what they're talking about doing with him.
the Judgment Day came out, and straight back into comedy. Damien Priest goes, unfortunately. R-Truth. Like this is a new champion. This is a new one of the new faces of the new era. And speaking of a new era, they do all of this hard work, get rid of something else we forgot. Something we'll go back. Stephanie McMahon at WrestleMania. What did you think about that?
Oh yeah, I was glad that she was there. She seemed to get a good reaction. I know some people who won't be happy that she was there with everything that's going on with Vince, and the fact that she was named during the scandal as someone who covered up what happened with Ashley Mazzaro in Iraq. But she was mostly like, I think she was just given the bad name because of what's going on with her father. But no, it was good. She was welcome with open arms back despite everything happening. So it is good to see her back.
So they're doing all this good work. They've got rid of Vince. Oh, no, something else. Jesus. The new signature. What's your thoughts on that? The new little opening thing they have on before
I like it now.
Raw, SmackDown, etc. starts.
Yeah, it's like something you see in the stars. It does look like something you see in the stars.
So they're doing all this. So trying to get to my point here, they're doing all this hard work, they're getting away from as much of Vince as they possibly can. It's a new era, it's a Triple H era, Cody, Damien Priest, whoever else are the new face of it. And next year, regardless whether it's Rock Cody, Rock Reigns, the Rock, biggest movie star in the world, biggest name in the world. He is now, but he's also very much the past doing with The Rock. So what they're doing is going to go straight to The Rock. Because WWE can't build stars. Anyway.
Well, let's see what happens between now and then. It's only April, so let's wait and see between now and then. Anyway, yes. Well, then we had R-Truth Miz.
In 10 years, it's never going to be a star like The Rock. So there's never going to be anybody bigger than The Rock. Anyway, R-Truth, the Miz, R-Truth is on about somebody you can't see. Everything's little Jimmy.
But it was John Cena.
It was John Cena, who looks very, very old. He did 2 minutes of work. Like I said, his bald spot just looks a whole lot worse. With all his money, you can get plugs at least. Jesus Christ. Cool to see him. You take out The Rock and you take out Cena and Triple H. This was a Raw. Didn't feel like a Raw after Mania. Whole lot better than last year, but you had 3.
I liked it. What I liked about it is that showcased talent who didn't get to feature on Mania, like a Chad Gable or like a Shinsuke Nakamura or Bronson Reed, Ricochet, etc.
Yeah, you had John Cena, the main R-Truth win. Okay. Your thoughts on that?
Quickly? Yeah, it was fun. It was quite a fun match and all. It was good to see. It was good to see Cena get back to wrestling for one time only. Like he may not wrestle for the next while until Christmas because his film schedule is totally packed up. But no, I do love a bit of classic Pixar fighting now. You should watch Toy Story 4 to see more silly Pixarness with Arthur and John Cena.
And then another day, I don't know if she was on Ross here. I don't think she was. So another call up, and that was going brand new, winning the title at Standard, brand new NXT Women's Champion Roxanne Perez, getting a bit of revenge from the person who beat her last year, took the title away from her, and she defeated Indy Hartwell.
Yes, she got a little revenge because Candice was trying to convince her to turn to the dark side, and she didn't. But no, I just say this is a preview for some of the NXT talents that they're eligible to be drafted, like Ilya Dragunov and Roxanne Perez. Like, they may lose their titles before they get drafted up.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll get to what I think is going to happen when we discuss NXT. You had Sami Zayn come out. He cut a promo. Imperium came out. Chad Gable made a save, and this led to Zayn and Chad Gable knocking off and going over Imperium. Yeah, this was a good match.
Yeah. And now we're getting Zayn versus Gable at Canada next week in the main event. And now, could this set up a Chad Gable heel turn, or does Gunther return?
We'll have to wait and see. Chelsea Green in the ring on the microphone. People were thinking, who could this be? Someone coming up from NXT? But no, it was Jade Cargill in a 30-second squash match against Chelsea Green. Cool.
Yeah, well, it was like, you need someone to be the first sacrificial lamb to someone like Jade Cargill, and Chelsea Green pulls that off well. Plus, like, this is Adam getting his revenge as a boss for telling her, don't keep annoying me. So, yeah, you needed Chelsea Green for that, like, because she pulls off the sacrificial lamb well.
And to close out and finish Raw in a fresh, fair match, the winner going on to face Damian Priest, probably Backlash. It was Jey Uso, Bronson Reed, Drew McIntyre, and oh dear, fourth person I forgot.
Oh, I know this one now. I'm just trying to think back to it now. No, it was Ricochet. Jey Uso. It was Ricochet. It was Ricochet.
Oh, Ricochet.
Yeah. It was Ricochet.
Kind of the story of the match was CM Punk costing Drew the match. You're going to get Drew, Punk, happen at Backlash also. We'll have to wait and see. So if Drew loses all of this and Punk wins, poor Drew, his promos really built the Drew-Seth feud. And anyway, wins the title for 5 minutes and that's it, and loses to Punk. Ugh. And if Punk loses, why bother bringing him back? So I think, unfortunately, this is a lose-lose situation.
I think he'll win the
But coming out on top and going on to face Damian Priest is Jey Uso. Cool, but I'll see winning that.
I'd say I see main event Jey Uso now, but I think Drew is going to win the feud against Punk at some point, and that will be at SummerSlam. I enjoyed this Raw altogether. Fresh faces that weren't on the menu card got their shot. You also had Liv Morgan go back to her revenge tour, taking out Shayna Baszler. Just smacked her over the head with a chair. But
I can't remember, but whatever.
Yes, Rhea hates them. Rhea hates this because, Lita hates this because.
So I'm going to give it a go.
Sorry, I'm a bit mixed up there. Rhea is going back to her.
I'm going to give it a rating of gold. What's your rating?
Oh, I'm definitely giving it a gold because you got to see talent that wasn't featured on WrestleMania appear on the Raw, and it was a fresh start. It was more focused on wrestling, nothing silly. You had the right man become the #1 contender, a great main event. It was well worth the wait. Let's get more like this next week.
Nothing silly except the R-Truth stuff, but we'll skip over that.
You can't say no to R-Truth.
So NXT first 30 minutes commercial free. Cool. You had Roxanne Perez come out, grab the microphone. Then Natalya came out. Lyra Valkyria came out and she got attacked by Tatum Paxley. Definite shocker there. Your thoughts on that?
She got Roxanne Perez got a great reaction from the crowd. Even I think some people were cheering Tatum Paxley for attacking Lyra Valkyrie. But no, I could see Roxanne holding on to the draft if she gets called up.
So your thoughts on Tatum turning on Lyra?
It was bound to happen because Lyra gave out to her, but I'd say Lyra will get revenge on Tatum and then settle the score with Roxanne.
And then you had Natalia come out. She's wanting a match against Eva, came out and made the match anyway.
Yes.
And then action, they didn't on NXT as Kiana James and Izzy Dame came out as your winning team against Fallon Henley and Kalani.
Unfortunately, though, the numbers, it was all about the numbers because JC Jane's side had more of the numbers and it wasn't enough, so that's why they won there.
The impressive Javon Evans, the land of level up, making his NXT debut, and what a debut was as he got the W against Scripps.
And got out of Dodge anyway, avoiding his tag team.
And we then went on to the women's title being defended as Natalia challenged Roxanne Perez, but was she victorious? Roxanne Perez was, but Natalia
was not.
I thought Natalia was winning. Your thoughts on that match?
Yeah, I thought she was, but she found a way to win anyway, thanks to Lola Vice. And now we're getting Natalia Lola Vice feud, especially for the upcoming North American Championship. I have to say, Natalia looked really lovely today, really lovely this week.
We're going along here, more fresh action. So the family, but more importantly, Luca Crucifino knock off. Who did he beat? Oh, no catch Carlton Cruz, Miles Bourne, and Damon Kemp.
Well, there's now 3 in the no catch quarter crew because Drew Gulak's written off TV because the allegations made against him by Ronda Rousey. So we're going to see how they'll progress on without him. So maybe if you got someone like Regal to be a mentor to them for Charlie Dempsey, that would probably help them out as well if he's able to.
Your thoughts on Luca getting the winning pinfall, should I say?
Well, yeah, it keeps the family going strong depending what happens next with the NXT title. Because you could have the 2 of them as the tag team champions and the Dawn as the heavyweight champion on NXT.
Unfortunately, lost a little bit on the shuffle in the main round. I thought big balls, me a battle of the big men. Ivar took out Oba, so it looks like Oba Femi Ivar at some point. Your thoughts on this?
Oh, big meaty man slapping meat. Look at them big men with their big muscles and their big chest. Big meaty man slapping meat, as Big E would say. So yeah, we could see like a big meat fest coming now because we've got Oba Femming, we've got Ivar, and we're more likely going to get Dijak back in the scene after he finishes with Noam Dar. So we're going to get a big meat on meat. Beef on beef, meat on meat, sucker.
Too much sugar, I think, for you. Anyway, Judea Parker found herself with her hand raised high in victory because she defeated and beated Brinley Reese. Okay.
Yeah, that was an alright match. Now, Brinley Reese just got really hyper and it just cost her there.
Your main event for the NXT Tag Team titles, a rematch from Stand and Deliver. UK's own Nathan Frazier and, well, he's from Jersey. It's part of the UK, I think. I don't know. Anyway, Nathan Frazier and Axiom are your brand new NXT Tag Team champions in a hell of a main event, taking the titles away from Bron Breakker and Baron.
Oh, it was brilliant. It was absolutely brilliant. Pure tag team wrestling. And raising the stakes helped as well with saying that if Axiom and Fraser couldn't beat them, they'd never get a shot again. But the gamble paid off. And the good news as well is that not only is Bron Breakker going back to SmackDown, Baron Corbin might be coming with him. Because of the success of the Wolf Dogs, because they're just a fun team to be around. So, yeah, I'd be up for that if they come to SmackDown.
Trick Williams came on Dragunov did. Carmelo clocked Trick, and they're getting a rematch next week. Steel cage match. Yeah, good way to end. But in 2 weeks at spring break, whenever it comes, Ilya Dragunov, that's where I think Ilya will lose. I think Trick Williams is going to be your brand new NXT champion.
Yeah,
and Ilya will be off to the main roster. Good NXT. And your thoughts about the ending?
Yeah, I think that's what will happen. I think this will write off the feud between Trick and Carmelo will get called up to the main roster in the draft. Then Trick to knock off Ilya for Ilya to get called up after the draft. But let's see if Roxanne Perez stays on or she gets called up with the title and just defend the title on NXT and then just appear on the draft.
And the rating for this week's NXT, I will definitely say gold. Your rating?
Maybe a gold between gold and silver, definitely. But like there was the tag team title match was brilliant. That was my favorite match of the whole night. I just really love good tag team wrestling on NXT, and
definitely
we got an interesting conflict because now we've got two big threats to both.
Got two more shows to get to.
Spring break, and now we have two threats. Now we have both for tag titles. We have
two more shows,
and now we have.
Oh yeah, AOP. I forgot that. Yes, thank you. AOP
attacked.
So they're back on NXT already.
They might be
that's
back.
Not good, I don't think. But
yeah, it's a foresight for carrying cross as well. But like some people's progress takes slower than others. Just I suppose they have to work their way around this one here.
So here, first of all, we'll do a WWE This Week Speed. Again, 2 matches. So we saw women's action. Tiffany Stratton get the win against Michin, and Ireland's own JD McDonough beat his opponent in less than 5 minutes, and his opponent was Axiom.
You think they'll make a speed
again, just based off the... Who knows? Who knows? But based off the concept, again, I'll say a silver.
I'll say a bronze, but I still have to see it now. Hello?
And this week's Dynamite. So Adam Copeland retained the TNT Championship against Penta. Okay.
Yeah, that was a very good. I have to still watch Dynamite now. Like I'm looking forward to seeing Copeland versus Penta. So do I say that Dynamite till next week?
Do you not know the results?
I know the results, but I haven't seen it fully to give my own judgment on it. That's all. Because I want to do like the only part of Dynamite I've seen this week is everything that happened with the videotape.
Either so I don't watch AEW either, which will just both base it off the results. Then Shane Taylor Promotions on the winning ways this week, on the winning end this week, as they got the W against Shia Bata, Chris Jericho, and Hook.
Oh, no, like that's thanks to the new member Anthony Ogogo now. So where was Chris Jericho? Where's Chris Jericho when you need him? Sorry?
Cristiano Argento lost to Okada. Hello, I'm here.
Oh,
can you hear me?
I'm still here. So just basically a warm-up opponent for when he gets to Pac. Because I know Pac came out and he got attacked by both the Bucks and Okada.
Anna Jay came up short against Mariah May.
That's a warm-up match for Tony Storm. Tony Storm originally, as Mariah May continues to play Tony Storm cosplay. But I'm sure if Thunder Rosa came out.
Possibly. And your main events on this week's Dynamite, I'm sure I've seen this somewhere before. A Rhodes Samoan.
Samoa Joe and Gold.
Where have I seen that? I can't remember.
Samoa Joe and Dustin Rhodes versus.
Where have I seen?
Oh, where have you seen a Samoan versus Cody versus a Rhodes?
I've seen a
Rhodes.
Yeah.
Where have you seen
someone called Digging on a Road. Sure, I've seen that.
Oh. Yeah, I think I've seen that one before. We've all seen it somewhere before.
That might have been WrestleMania. Yes. Anyway,
I think
Dustin Rhodes unsuccessful against Samoa Joe. No shocker
there. I'm going to say a bronze for this because it's lost mark because of the video. I'm going to say a bronze there.
Yeah, I'm going to say a bronze as well. They did show obviously the footage from All In, but I'm not really that fussed. So that's the results for this week. Got one look at me do this. Like I've said. Let me find it. There it is. So news and headlines, the only really bit of news is NXT getting a brand new championship, the Women's North American Championship. Cool. So your thoughts on this?
It's good to see them get a secondary title now in NXT for both the men, for the women's division now, so to make it even out with the men. But what we'd like to also see is wondering now, will the main roster get a secondary title as well for the women? Because that's really needed there as well. Also there for NXT, the promoter of Stardom, which is no longer business, is going to be the new booker for NXT going forward. He was seen with Julia and William Regal at Stand and Deliver.
I think he's going to be the both Level Up, not necessarily NXT. I think I saw something about Level Up. I don't know.
Oh, Tama Tonga has been spotted.
So they're trying to make Level Up. They're trying to make Level Up something important rather than just a throwaway show.
That's a good thing, I suppose. Oh, Tama Tonga has been spotted at the venue where SmackDown is tonight.
Is he related to his tribal chief? Is he part of the bloodline?
Yes, but tonight on SmackDown, there's going to be 2 triple threat matches to determine who faces Cody at Backlash. One triple threat consists of Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, and Rey Mysterio, with the other consisting of Bobby Lashley, LA Knight, Santos Escobar. So, out of those two, I could see AJ Styles winning the first one, and between Bobby Lashley or LA Knight winning the second one. And then the two will meet.
And this is where the fans are going to turn on Cody. And this is where fans will turn on Cody if you just throw random heels at him. They're going to turn.
I think it's going to be AJ Styles. That could be a good match. Plus, there is talk that Styles has admitted that his body is wear and tearing, and he's only got a few months left. So if he's winning the match and getting the title shot, then that will be
Mania. I believe he's going to beat Cody, who just beat Reigns. So this is where the fans will turn, because we know that winning that. So like I said, nothing has changed with Cody whatsoever. His matches aren't going to suddenly improve. Promos aren't going to get any better. He's going to do the same old crappy promo. Come out, what do you want to talk about? Someone will interrupt him on Raw and SmackDown tonight. Probably Bloodline, probably Jimmy Uso. They'll probably have a match. Yeah.
Let's see what else is going on in the world.
They just Cody.
Let's see what else is going on in the world of WWE.
we'll quickly have a
Well,
look
hang on,
now,
let's see what's
but
going on.
I think that's it.
Story here. Also news. Drew Gulak has been removed from NXT.
Fair enough. So, okay, I suppose that's news.
Because of the whole accusation. Okay, because the accusation made by Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, finish up there after covering it. From your new predictions champion.
And the wise man.
The wise man, the man himself, Ian, and the golden one, Ricky Goldman. Acknowledge, like, subscribe. We'll see you guys next week.
And finish
we'll be
your
back
story.
to Wednesday next week and hopefully have an interview. If you lived and breathed wrestling, it would be half as bad. Anyway, if you lived and breathed wrestling like me and you were a big Cody fan, fine. But anyway, hopefully have an interview next week with tag team champions Synergy, Meatwagon. They go by many names. Hopefully ahead of their match at LWF Wrestlemania next week that I will be going to. Do check out the description for my review for BTW. Acknowledge, like, subscribe, and good night.